solving systems by graphing for 5. We have 2 equations to solve. We need to find a point that satisfies both equations. We can do that by graphing both equations. The point where they intersect is the solution. So if I have 2 equations, I draw the graph of each line, and where they cross will be the answer. So my answer should be an ordered pair, no solution if the lines are parallel, and infinite many solutions if the lines are the same. So looking at number 1, I'm going to graph each of these lines. First line, y-intercept -2, slope 3/1. Rise and run 3 over 1. Okay, then I'm going to graph the second equation. Y-intercept at +3. Rise 2, run 1 to the left because it's negative. Negative tells me to go left. If I go down, I got to go the opposite direction. So there's my 3 lines, or 3 points. This is my point of intersection, which is at 1, 1. Now if I put in 1 for my x and 1 for my y, I can check the equation, my solution. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Put 1 and 1 there. That's for x and y. -2 times 1 is -2. -2 plus 3 is 1. So those are both true. So the point of intersection is the solution to both equations. On to the next page. We'll plot each of these equations and graph them. So +4 y-intercept, -1 over 1 slope. So I'm going to go up 1 to the left 1, down 1 and to the right 1. So I have something that looks like this. Y equals 3x. So y-intercept is 0. Go up 3 and over 1, up 3 and over 1. My point of intersection is right there. So that is at 1, 3. So that's my answer. Next one, y-intercept of -3. Rise 3, run 1. Rise 3, run 1. Okay, now I got to distribute this 3 in the second equation so I can get it in the form y equals mx plus b. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times -1 is -3. These 2 equations are the same. So our answer is infinite solutions. They are the same line. Okay, going on to your turn. Plot these 2 equations. Y-intercept at 2, -1 slope, so up 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the right 1. Okay. Y-intercept of -1, slope of -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1 to the left. Point of intersection, it's right here. So that is at let's put it over here, -1, 3. I can check the solution by plugging x and y in. So 3 equals -1, because that's a negative x. X is -1, so that's 2 negatives, plus 2. 3 equals, that's just 1 plus 2 is 3, so that's true. And then 3 equals -4 times -1 minus 1. 3 equals, negative times a negative is a positive, so that's -4, or +4. +4 minus 1 is 3, so that checks out. All right, let's graph the next 2 equations. I have a y-intercept of 5. slope of -2, so I can rise 2, run to the left 1, go down 2, run to the right 1. Okay. The second one, y equals 3x. That's a y-intercept of 0. Rise 3, run 1. Rise 3, run 1. So my point of intersect is at the point 1, 3. I can check it. 3 equals -2 times 1 plus 5. -2 times 1 is -2. -2 plus 5 is -3, or is 3, excuse me. Checks out. 3 equals 3 times 1. That's 3 equals 3. Checks out. Okay, going to the next page. This is equation, solving problems using system of equations. This is just a word problem using what we just learned. It says when using graphs to solve systems equations, best to rewrite both equations in slope-intercept form for ease of graphing. So you have to pull your information from the problem, and it's gonna end up in standard form. So once you have it done in standard form, you have to rewrite it into y-intercept so that you can graph it. Okay, so it says Keisha and her friends visit the concession stand at a football game. The stand charges $2 for a hot dog, $1 for a drink. The friends buy a total of 8 items for $11. 8 items, $11. This is all important information. Okay, so let X represent the number of hot dogs they bought. So here's X. And Y represents the number of drinks. And they bought a total of 8. So they bought some hot dogs, they bought some drinks, and in total, they had 8 items. We don't know how many of each. That's what we're going to figure out. So let's write an equation representing the money spent on the items. Well, they spent $11. Okay, spent $11. They bought so many hot dogs and so many drinks. We don't know how many hot dogs, we don't know how many drinks, but we know how much they cost. So that's 2x and 1y. $1 for drinks and $2 for a hot dog. So now we need to take this from standard form to y-intercept form. It shows you how you do that. We just did this yesterday. We're going to subtract the x term from each side, and then once it did that, it rearranged this side into the right direction, the right form. Did the next equation, subtracted the 2x from both sides, then divided by 1, and you have those two. Then they plotted the two equations on the graph, and where they cross is the answer. And at that point, they bought 3 hot dogs and 5 drinks. 3 hot dogs and 5 drinks. So 3 and 5. I plug this back into x and this into y into each equation. It will make this true. 3 plus 5 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. And 1 times 5 is 5. And 6 plus 5 is 11. So that all comes out true. All right, let's try to do our own. The sign. We're going to follow the same format, same directions as that example. We're going to let X represent the number of games. It tells us what to let each one represent. And Y the number of laser tag. So it tells us during school vacation, Marquise wants to go bowling and to play laser tag. He wants to play 6 total games, but needs to figure out how many of each he can play. He spends exactly $20. Each game of bowling is $2. Each game of laser tag is $4. So just like on the hot dogs, we have X number of bowling plus Y number of laser tag. equals 6 total games. And it was $2 for bowling and $4 for laser tag. If we add that together, it has to equal $20. So now we need to put that into y equals mx plus b form, a y-intercept form. So x plus y equals 6. I'm going to subtract x from both sides. Cancel. So that's y equals negative x plus 6. Alright, so this is y equals negative x plus 6. I'll do the next one. 2x plus 4y equals 20. Subtract 2x from both sides. Cancels. You have left with 4y equals negative 2x plus 20. Then we're going to divide both sides by 4. And each term by 4. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. Alright, next step is to graph both solutions or equations. So I had a y-intercept of 6, and then I'm going to go down 1, and right 1. Down 1, right 1. So it's going like this. Second one starts at 5. It goes down 1 over 2. 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 And my point of intersection is games of bowling is going to be 2. Games of laser tag is going to be 4. So how many games of bowling? 2 bowling. 4 laser tag. Because that is just the point. 2, 4. That's my x, that's my y. Pay attention to the labels. X is bowling, and y is laser tag. Okay, you can expect some type of quiz tomorrow, either homework or notes. Good luck.